What's up, everybody? Little live com today. This is going to be about Black Ops 3 and what I thought about it. I deliberately haven't made any videos or spammed your sub box. I mean, say deliberately, Eddie making content, that would be a shocker, wouldn't it? I didn't make a video putting my opinions up before because I wanted to play it a lot and formulate a proper opinion and compare it to how I thought the game would be before it was out, before we could play it, and looking at the difference between console and PC footage. So I feel like I've got a good rounded opinion now, so I thought the best game that we could play and compare it to is Black Ops 2, and yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, so what did I think of it in general? Okay, so in general, did I enjoy it? Yeah, I did enjoy it, I gotta be honest. I enjoyed it on PC. There are a few PC specific problems that I didn't, appreciate that much. The video settings, the mouse input delay, depending on whether you had locked frame rate, all that kind of nonsense. I fully expect that in the full game to be completely fine. So I'm not worried about that. I know it pissed a lot of people off. It did piss me off at times, like sometimes it was playing better, other times it was like, I don't know, it felt like I was playing on a fucking controller sometimes. So it was very strange for that specifically. What did I think about the way it looked? What did I think about the maps? What did I think about the movement? Well, the maps that we played, I thought were, back to the more traditional 3-lane type variety. What's up, Sniper? How you doing, man? So yeah, they were back to the sort of like 3-lane variety. It wasn't as confusing and as chaotic as Advanced Warfare was. Now, I've got to clarify that I actually think Advanced Warfare on PC is a great game. You can really take advantage of the movement options with a keyboard, and because everyone has exactly the same equipment, you're not playing some people who can't because they haven't got a scarf or they don't play claw, versus some people who do, and it's, it's a bit, it's an uneven playing field. It's a more uneven playing field than PC. Which is traditionally the platform of whoever has the best equipment wins, but I think console and Advanced Warfare was much more like that than it is on PC. So with that out of the way, what did I think of the movement? Well, I like the wall running. I wish it was more practically useful. Not holding a button and just maintaining momentum kind of annoyed me a little bit, just out of the fact that player collision has always been a problem in Call of Duty, and there were several times where me and an enemy just ran into each other and both fell off the wall, and that was... Obviously, as you can imagine, that was so much fun, just both falling to our death, like smiling at each other. Well, we both fucked that up. Look at this peasant. Give me your gun. So yeah, the wall running was good. Wish it was more useful. The boosting was fine, although the slide taking your momentum away at the end was something that Big Dave actually talked about get ended on Twitter, and he said he defended the decision, but I got to be honest, like, I prefer a game that's faster and you flow into the movements more, but that's just the kind of player I am. I will say this. I found it harder to be the kind of player that I like to be when playing COD in that game, in Black Ops 3 specifically, than I have any other COD. I found, and this is not common, all right? This is not a common thing. I found using submachine guns to be difficult. All right, and to be practically useful because of the way the maps are built. There's plenty of cover, plenty of head glitches, and because of first shot being so important, because as we'll get to later in the commentary, no toughness and what that does to a game. Because of all those factors, using a submachine gun was harder for me in that game than any other COD, apart from maybe Black Ops 1, because the subs aren't that great in Black Ops 1, he says, with the MP5 and the AK-74U. I don't want to talk about that, but Black Ops 1 is an AR-dominated game, and I really, at least on PC, that's how the beta played. I just used the basic AK, and I put rapid fire on it, which is funny that you can now put that on assault rifles. And just, when I did that, and I wasn't streaming, and I concentrate, I just wrecked everybody. So it's much more an AR game than it was anything else. I don't know how that makes me feel. In Advanced Warfare and in every other COD, I like using submachine guns the most. I like the high mobility. I like getting in people's faces and outgunning them. Black Ops 3, I found that more difficult. I found that a lot more difficult to do. I found it a lot less fruitful and a bit of a waste of time. Now, that brings us to the biggest issue, okay, which is gunfights like that, which I would never have won in Black Ops 3. The most important thing, and my biggest prediction before the game was even out, the exclusion of toughness, both as a perk and as like a built-in character type thing. That's terrible English. As an inbuilt ability, so your character just has toughness. The fact that the game doesn't have that is a big thing to me, and what I said would happen did in fact happen. The maps are built so that it seems to be that positioning is being favoured over gun skill, and that having no toughness in the game introduces a random factor to the gunfights, especially on PC. In the aim assist environment, when you've got hit flinch, it's much less impactful. It doesn't control it, but you're obviously limited pretty much to flinching straight up because the aim assist is sticking you to the target anyway. On PC, because there's no aim assist, I don't want to say it's unplayable because it's not. I could clearly play and do well, but I ended up losing gunfights that I really didn't deserve to lose. And that happened a lot. I once rage quit in Black Ops 3 beta in TDM, going 20-2. Now, someone on Twitter said you shouldn't take the game so seriously, but the deaths that I had, the 2 deaths that I had up until that point were absolutely infuriating, and they were infuriating for one main reason. The main reason being that that person would never have killed me if toughness was in the game. If they don't have the gun skill to hold target in a gunfight, they shouldn't be able to kill me. That's how it should work. If I have better gun skill than someone, I should beat them. But no, because of this bullshit hit flinch, randoms can kill me. And although I might be like 20-2, and Big Dave I'm sure would argue, look man, just let him have his moment. You got to understand that it just feels so unnecessary to a player like me. Now, I'm not the best player in the world, but when I play well, I'm above average on PC. I used to be above average on console, but the less we talk about that, the better. A lot of old school pub stompers are like, well, I never used it anyway. Liam's famously like, well, I never used it. Yeah, but you were playing on PS3, Liam. No offense, but you know, there's aim assist and it's the PS3. You know, how much more do I need to say? To me, it makes a huge difference. I know that Fredo shares the same opinion, that the game would be... I've never heard... Right, I'll put it this way. I've never heard a good argument for taking toughness out. Not once. Not once have I heard someone defend it and go... I've heard some people say it increases the skill gap. No, in fact, let me just clarify that. Let me just rage a little bit about that. Go 23-6 and still lose. It's Black Ops 3 beta all again. If you're introducing randomness into gunfights, you're taking skill away. All right? The more random... It's almost 1-to-1 ratio. Okay? Random in... skill goes out. It's as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. And those games I find frustrating for obvious reasons. Now, I did notice one thing that was quite interesting. A lot of the people that were fans of the older CODs, you know, your traditional COD commentators, were saying that they like Black Ops 3. And I think I know why. They like Black Ops 3 because it's more casual. Black Ops 3 is more casual because they took toughness out. You saw a lot of people during Black Ops 2 saying, shoot first, die first. Well, actually what that was you might have shot first, but you didn't hold your target and the other guy did and you lost the gunfight. That guy has better gun skill. You deserve to lose the gunfight. Now, it wasn't helped by the fact that Treyarch's networking has traditionally been pretty poor and the connections were bad anyway. I'm sure that was a huge part of that. But the basic principle of not having toughness in the game has never made any sense to me. Now, let's move away from that issue. I think the game would be better with toughness in. I think I've made that clear. Specialists. Right, so specialists to me was something that before the game came out I was worried about to a certain extent, and then as I learned more about the game I was kind of like, you know what, I think the game's going to be built around them. Obviously, Ed. Obvious statement is obvious. Like kill streaks and all that kind of stuff is going to be an extra, right? And the specialists are going to be some cool little thing that everyone gets to have and they get to pick one, and there's enough different ones so it doesn't get boring and all that kind of stuff. And that did happen. I have to say, and I did tweet this out at one point, that the specialist was actually my favourite part about Black Ops 3. And I used the Sparrow, the bow, and I used the like one-shot Magnum, like golden gun from Destiny. And then when I unlocked, you know, Legion from Mass Effect 3, I used the Scythe, which I think was probably the strongest one in the game. So I had a lot of fun with the specialist. I tried to use the, you know, the ultra hardline thing where you get double the points for the kills, but with the random factor of toughness and stuff like that, it's just not that practically useful to me. Well, it wasn't practically useful to me. I can see how some people might be really good at it. What can you just, you know, it's like the most stylish way to enter a room with a bouncing Betty ever. I enjoyed them. I think they add to the game. I think the worries that I had were not groundless, but I think that Big Dave did what he needed to do. Let's talk about the rejack issue, shall we? Rejack. Did rejack bother me? Not that much, I have to be honest. It seems like a cheap idea, like you know, like an ultra final stand where you get to keep your kill streak and shit. Yeah, it sounds annoying, but I didn't see. Maybe it's just PC. I didn't see it a whole lot. And the one time I did see it, I was like, the guy's using rejack and going 12-6. 12-6. If you're using rejack and you get to carry on your life without dying and it doesn't count as a death and you go 12-6, I don't know what to say, fam. Maybe Dota's more for you than a first-person shooter is. I have no idea. So yeah, rejack, it didn't annoy me. They did nerf it so you didn't keep your streak. I think that kind of ruins the idea of it myself, but that's just me. Why would you take something that look at that guy? Why would you take something that means that you effectively didn't die and then have the benefit, the main benefit of not dying taken away from you? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but there we go. Glitch could be annoying at times, and I saw Search and Destroy players like Tyler or Dysfunction making really funny use of it. Shout out to Tyler. He's hopefully coming back to video making. That would be awesome if he did. Like a bit of Dysfunction there. Nice little shout out, Neddy, the Chump video, Tyler. Although you do play Search exclusively, so, you know, there's that. What other annoying abilities were there? I think that's about it. Glitch and Rejack are probably the two most annoying specialists, and they didn't really bother me, so there we go. Like I said, I think the specialists really worried people a lot. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking hell. No Toughness, definitely dead. So, yeah, the specialists I thought were a good addition to the game. Actually, I enjoyed them. If you didn't, you just want COD 4 for 10 years, and I don't know if I agree with you anymore. So yeah, what else is there? The specialists, what have we talked about? Specialists, no Toughness, maps, the PC port wasn't great, but I've kind of mentioned that already. Did I enjoy the game? Yeah, I had a lot of fun. In fact, my friend who moved to Canada, this is the first COD he's played really since he stopped in Black Ops 2 because he found it too irritating. We had a lot of fun together. And we were playing in a 6-man in TDM, something that I have made comedic jokes about me despising. But we did it because, you know, it's PC, no one's ever in a team, etc, etc, etc. This guy said I played like a pussy. I'd love to see where he is. Oh my god, get wrecked, quad feed. End your life, retire from COD. I don't even care that I'm right in the middle. I'm just going to do the Hellstorm now. There we go. Another quad, come on. There we go, 2 quads in a row. That's a clip, boys. That's a clip. You see, I just love games with Toughness. Oh, I'm going to stop going on about it. That's the main thing that I want to mention to you is I think the game would be infinitely better if Toughness was in it. 43-3. What a huge gameplay. See, this game I like a lot. I like it a lot on PC because, you know, my gun skill can count for a lot against people who aren't as good as me. UAV, Lightning Strike, Hellstorm, fucking noob. Awful again. Sorry, lads. See, this is the kind of shit, like, I didn't get this much on the beta. I didn't get people being like, oh, you're fucking hacking. No, I didn't get that much, because I didn't have scores like that, to be honest, because of hit flinch. I'm going to stop going on about it. Did I like it? Yes, I did. If there's anything I missed out, what did we do? We did Specialist, talked about that. Toughness, talked about that. Maps, talked about that. Movement, talked about that. Double jumping. It's not as confusing. It's more casual. The game, I think, will be fun. Whether I'll be able to play it a whole year and not get overly frustrated is another matter. We'll see when the game comes out, but yes, I'm definitely going to get it. And yeah, that's about it. Those are my thoughts. Comments down below, and I'll see you again next time.